Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded about a yard deep, and he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guy... will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get some penetration here. Look, switch. Fight.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, a run with Breida. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Allen, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18. On the season for it.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
I'm trying to collect. Hey, let go. Right there. 54, right there. Let go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Here we go. Go. 56.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On play action, they'll throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes our score 17-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And the 49ers first down.
17-0 our score after 1.
18 games. 49. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Allen now looks to throw, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Allen. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Allen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. 1-yard gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen's throw is complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Niners take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Get the ball. 5.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bills are timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer.
Bills 23, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll run here with Balaj. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. This is Breida, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Niners take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Crunch. General West. Deep rip.
He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. A run for Nick Chubb. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All day, dog.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Ready. 15-9. 15-9.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the shift.
They run it with Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On the toss, here's Balaj. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Double Three down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Buffalo, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm...
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me fall up in this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jaws. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I'm Phil Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clippity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's close in the counter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We space, so